Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Take 2 of the LonelyMans Podcast for this week. I'm sorry we haven't released an episode in a while. Ben Basunga committed a crime at Bonnaroo, and now he has fled the country. I'm joined here by Paul Cyphers. My name's Jesse Burlingame, and things are going exponentially well as far as stand-up comedy goes. Enunciation?
Yeah.
You think I mumble too much?
Yes, I think we both mumble too much.
We do. And you whisper a lot. You speak very quietly.
I think we are fucking dead in the water. I think it's over.
It's time to move out of here.
I think it's over. I think we gave it everything we could.
We've tried our best in Austin, Texas. I'm sorry.
I always imagine us having some type of victorious podcast.
Yeah.
You know, like a declaration of victory.
Right.
Over the
no, when you and I get
of
together
comedy.
without Ben on this podcast, it's really
waving the white flag.
We're really trauma bonding.
Yeah, it's that scene in Fury when the tank breaks down and they say there's 200 Nazi tanks coming.
Yeah.
And then they go, oh, we got to get out of here. And then Brad Pitt climbs on the top and they're like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm going to fight them off. And everyone's like, what are you doing? And it's just us. We climb on top of the tank and we say, I'm going to fucking keep going to open mics.
Yep.
And everyone in our family is like, what are you doing?
I feel free now that I didn't get now that the biggest booker in town saw me, didn't call me back. I feel a freedom.
Yeah,
I feel a weight lifted off
that's just
my
a
shoulder.
defense mechanism to make you not, because if you totally ingested what happened and what you missed out on, then you would kill yourself.
Right.
So that's just your brain releasing chemicals to make yourself feel better.
It is, yeah. I'm releasing DMT into my brain right now.
Yeah. So you it's good. Feel free, but just know that like you wouldn't feel confined if he had asked you to come back.
No, I'd be like, oh, the chains are on me now.
Yeah. Yo, now I'm working for the man.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I went through all of these mental gymnastics several times in my life.
I've already gone through all this. What is it? The 7 stages of grief or denial.
You know what's good though? Every time something bad happens, you just get more cynical and become less of a good person.
I've added another layer to my Iron Man exoskeleton,
which will serve you in kind of not having a normal life after you eventually give up. Mm-hmm. So that's good.
Yeah. Now I got some stories. But
now you fucked up not only your life now, but like maybe forever.
Dude, it's gonna take a long time for me to do some damage control with what's going on right now.
Not really. If you quit stand up and just worked at fucking Best Buy for like a year.
Yeah, if I just got a 40-hour, $20 an hour job.
Yeah.
Within a couple of years, I'd be back.
Also,
on my feet.
in Austin, it's kind of nice. Like I have people I could get jobs from. Now I have 2 cities in the world.
People are offering you jobs.
Yeah, it's like I have 2 cities in the world where if I landed, I said I need a job, I could find one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess that's what being an adult is.
Knowing people that can give you.
Honestly, has anyone ever thought about like to be a like one of those traveling guys, like into the wild? You know, I remember you just like have friends in the different cities.
Right.
You can just kind of drift around, do what you need to while you're there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not the worst. I mean, if that's the because we've essentially gotten the participation award for being in Austin comedy, which is we've been on Kill Tony. Yeah. And we've been on the Mothership. I got asked to come back one time.
You got a call back from Adam Ega.
Which is essentially a participation award. Mm-hmm. And
it's a merit badge.
Yeah. And I guess if that's all we get.
Yeah.
Then what else could we have asked for?
Kill Tony's documented. No one will ever believe we were actually on the Mothership.
We got the bread at the beginning of the dinner.
Yeah.
The breadsticks.
Mm-hmm. And
that was it. Everyone else is...
But as everyone's ordering their appetizers, they're like...
we check our bank account. We're like, oh, shit. I'll just have water. Give me some water. Yeah, we're really fucked.
Yeah, it's never going to happen for us. We both did really well on Funniest Person in Austin contest.
We both did really well.
Yeah.
You saw mine.
Yeah.
Mine was really good.
Yeah.
Someone came up to me the other day, a week ago, and said, hey, I saw you at Funniest Person in Austin, and you didn't make it through, and I thought it was really good. And I said, thanks.
Yeah.
I thought it was good, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when strangers come up, they're like, oh, I thought you were going to win. I was like, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And nobody gives a fuck.
You know what this proves? We're not built for the industry, dude. We got to go our own way.
We have to be punk rock.
We have DIY.
Shane Smith is pretty punk rock.
Yeah.
Shane Smith seems to have built it himself. Mm-hmm. What club was he in at?
Whatever one films those
he's
clean
in a
specials.
Dry Bar.
Dry Bar, yeah.
But like that, I think was the result. Dry bar is the place that gives you, especially when you have like a built-in audience, kind of.
I think if you just have a clean 30, you can apply.
No, I know, but I'm saying like the people who get through,
Yeah.
they at least need to have like a regional audience.
Right.
Like it would be someone like
Dry bar is pretty global.
it would be someone like Chris Tab. No, but it would be
they do
someone at least like
numbers.
Chris Tab level like that. Like is like
Yeah.
has some audience like pull in their region.
Corey Rodriguez got on there. I don't think he was ever in the Salt Lake City scene. He just has like a clean 30. He could do corporates and shit.
Yeah.
Dry bars get you corporates. They get you cruise ships.
Yeah, but it's like how do I do that? It's like I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, Shane Smith did headline this weekend, and he mentioned, he's like, a lot of people know me from my clean comedy. He's like, but when I do my own shows, I get to do dirty material. Some like older middle-aged woman got up and didn't leave the club, just walked around a wall to kind of shield herself from the jokes.
I think she was just like hot or something. I think you were overlooking it.
She was menopause.
You know, she was like, I wanted to have sex with her.
Oh.
She was hot.
He was telling a horny, sexy story.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she just had to.
Yeah, she was flustered.
You can't, and like it's.
And then I fucked her and she was fine. She went back to her.
It's 100 degrees in Austin right now. You can't go outside, so she just stood by the blower by the door. The air
Yes, I don't
conditioner.
know what to do. I'm going back to Massachusetts.
When are you doing that? August?
August 16th? No, August 18th and August 26th. I will be appearing at the Hideout Comedy Club
Oh, sick.
in front
Shout
of
out Caitlin McPhee.
in front of current and former lovers.
Shout out Monica Carroll. Yeah.
Why do you have to say their names? Believe that.
I was just
What
saying.
the fuck is wrong with you?
I was shouting out the producers of the show.
Let me do my fucking plug the way I want to do it. Why? I'm doing plugs. You ruined my plug.
You said former lover after
Current
I
and
said
former
that.
lovers. As you were like giving people social security numbers. The fuck?
I'm doxing the producers of the show, sure.
Yes.
I wasn't going to out them as having had sex with you.
Well, good because they haven't.
They have not. You fucked Anjan Beeswax.
I fucked Anjan Beeswax. and I
who's
fucked-
no longer
and
associated
I
with the
fucked
Hideout brand.
Sam Mike when he wore a dress, and then I wore it and he fucked me. We said we like trans women. We can't find any. Let's just be each other's trans women.
And then you're going to go to Boston and fuck Jay Smitty.
Hey, somebody messaged my
Yeah,
girlfriend
sure.
was like, "Yo, I'm gay, but I don't really talk about it. Can
Yeah.
I be on the show?" And then she told me who it was, and I was like, "I don't know. It sounds like this guy's just trying to do the show." And he said, "Man, that I respect."
Can you write it down? We have no.
Yeah.
Yeah, write that down for me.
He said, I'm pansexual, but I don't really talk about it."
This is your mail.
He said, "I'm pansexual, but I don't really talk about it."
This might be a pen that you left here also.
Yeah.
Yeah, shield it here. No way.
Yeah, he was like, "I'm pansexual, but I don't really talk about it." That guy's just trying to get stage time. For
Yeah, he
shit.
is. And shout out to him. I love that.
And then he
dude.
got booked, and then he unbooked himself because he got booked on something else. That's what the fucking the movers and shakers.
That's what you have to do in
of
this
this
in this
city
city.
are doing,
Okay.
dude. Unbelievable.
I like that. I'm working on.
I'm doing my flag football bit at. It worked so well the other night. There was some night at Peckerheads where nothing was working.
And then you did that
That
joke?
bit fucking worked so well.
Yeah.
And there is just something that clicks with me when I do material like that. This is
Mhm.
gay, but I don't care because no one listens to it. I don't care with it.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, all right, well, I'm having fun at least.
Mm-hmm.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
Someone's upset. I'm the littlest brother. I like pissing people off.
Yeah, you're a little troll.
Yeah.
A little troll boy.
So it's like, I guess I just do that.
Yep.
But I'm going to do worse at comedy in the interim.
Your offensive jokes are the troll toll. You gotta pay the troll toll.
I know, but some people don't want to pay the troll toll. They see the bridge, they just turn right around and say, I'll take literally any other bridge.
Yeah, they're like, I didn't want to go over this bridge to begin
I'll
with.
swim through the fucking river. I don't need to hear about Jews.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
They never really wanted to get to the other side. They just had
I'm going to
nothing
start
better
hitting
to
the
do.
vape on stage.
Okay.
We're punk rock comedians.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's either that or we're not funny and we're failures. So I'm choosing to believe that we're punk rock comedians. We're so punk rock that these establishments,
Mm-hmm.
we're Vulcan Gas Co. comics. Hey, Vulcan has some good comics in their door.
On their door guy roster?
Yo, Kevin Willard's tennis joke. If he could if he could make 11 minutes like that,
Yeah.
you would be unreal. Showcase comic. That joke.
I haven't heard that joke.
I told that joke to Alyssa. She's like, he has a joke where he goes, "I'll just."
Oh, don't do it on the podcast.
Why? Because all of Kevin Willard's fans and your fans are gonna.
They're gonna revolt. Yeah.
Okay, if you laugh at this joke, go online, follow Kevin Willard on Instagram.
Kevin Dane Willard.
He has a joke where he goes, "Knows when girls are having sex, they'll be like, fuck." It's like I wish they like did that during other stuff because like in tennis they make that noise. So I wish they'd be like, tennis. And it's just like, tennis. It's the funniest joke I've ever heard in my life. And it's like sometimes
do you do a big act out for it?
No, he kind of just does it in the way he talks,
Oh,
which makes it even funnier. He goes like, tennis. And I was just like, man, if you could just write 15 minutes of jokes like that, you'd be good to go.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Just slight act outs, observations. That's a fun sex observation.
I thought the same thing. I thought it was kind of a Jerry Seinfeld realm of comedy.
X-rated Seinfeld.
If you're gonna break down, so like in D&D, the arcane magic is broken down to 9 schools.
Is this the chaotic neutral thing?
No.
Okay.
That's alignment.
I'm somewhere else. Alignment. I'm sorry.
For this, that's like your morality. This is if you're an arcane caster, a wizard, a sorcerer, a bard, as opposed to a divine caster, which is like a cleric who gets his casting ability from the divine. The arcane caster gets his casting ability from the arcane.
Okay.
Which is going to be more of your like crackly lightning magic. So there's evocation school, which is like fireballs, lightning bolts. Then there's illusion school, which is like mirror image. You can make like 8 of yourself to like throw them off.
Confuse people.
Anyway, so there's 9 schools of magic. So if you did schools of comedy, or like I guess classes at Hogwarts would be a better, easier. You know what I mean? Though you got like your Seinfeld.
Can we do like
You got your Richard Pryor.
Yeah. Can we do like Need for Speed, like engine turbo boost?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that. This is really relatable.
All the engine upgrades, turbo upgrades.
All right. So have you ever played XCOM 2 War of the Chosen? War of the Chosen.
Someone's picking up what you're putting down. Keep going.
I've been playing NBA 2K a lot lately. I've been doing the My Career mode.
Yeah.
I made a guy.
What are your skill points in there? Running, jumping, shooting?
I made a guy who's 6'10", and his wingspan is the max wingspan. So he's just like dragging his hands on the ground. It's like a 6'10".
What's his wingspan? Over 7 feet?
Yeah, it's like 7'4". And he can't shoot at all, but he can pass and dribble.
Yeah.
Even though he's like 7 feet tall. So I just run at the basket.
Yeah, he can put his arm right past you. And
I just
pass the
run
ball.
at the basket full speed, and I just pass it to one of my teammates. They just miss the
you
shot.
just throw it over everybody's heads.
And they just miss everything.
You throw up the tallest at like alley-oops people can't catch.
Yeah. And I played for the Boston Celtics.
The bees
And
kid.
I'm starting now because someone got injured there. They had a knee tendonitis. They're out for 4 to 6 weeks.
What other plans do you have in Boston? You trying to get on anyone's Nick's Comedy Stop shows?
I guess not, dude.
No? Do you hit people up?
I'm not hitting anybody up anymore.
Do you roll through the roster?
You want me to do comedy? You hit me up, dude. I've been doing this long enough.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Are you going to post that you're in Massachusetts? Or
No, I'm
just
just going to go to open mics. I'm going to do my thing. And people say, I want you to do my show. I'll be like, cool.
Oh, hey, I didn't know you were in town. You want to do my show?
I'm going to say, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so.
You hit up Monica and Caitlin. You got those spots.
No, they hit me up, dude.
Oh, really?
No.
Just every few months, like, hey, you coming to Boston anytime soon?
I just.
Hey, I'm doing the scheduling for August. You're not gonna be in town, are you?
I just do what I do, and I don't what I don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, you're ethereal, dude. You just fucking.
Incorporeal is how I like to explain. Yeah, I'm incorporeal. You're operating on a corporeal level.
Right. You've said this on the podcast before.
I'm operating on an incorporeal level.
Yeah. I operate on corporal punishment. I'm gonna spank everybody that did me wrong in this industry.
I like colonel punishment, where they just make you eat fried chicken until you die.
So many seasonings.
They put you under a wooden board and they put fried chicken on it until it weighs you down and kills you like Giles Corey.
They're just blending herbs and spices.
Yeah.
Into your.
Oh
mouth.
yeah, they tar and feather you so you look like a chicken, and they eat you. I'm sure this has been done as a bit before, but I feel like the tarring is enough of a punishment.
Right. Yeah, your skin can't breathe.
Yeah, I've been tarred. You threw
suffocate. Oh yeah, that's right. It's hot tar. It burns you to
the
death.
shit that they pave the fucking street with.
Right. It
They
melts
throw
you.
it on you.
Yeah.
And then they throw feathers on you afterwards. It's
It literally is insult to injury.
Yeah.
Is that where that term comes from tarring and feathering?
Probably. It's really offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if they what is it, drawing and quartering?
It's like if they killed you in the electric chair and then they took you out and they made everyone laugh at your tiny penis. It's just mean. You know? The man's dead.
Yeah. They draw and quarter you and they tug on your dick too. But they use a small animal to do it. They don't get horses.
The thing is, there's no theoretical end to cruelty.
Yeah.
So if your idea is eye for an eye, that means there's no theoretical end to punishment of cruelty either. You know what I mean?
Right.
Is that deep?
It's too deep for me.
I also don't really.
You start hitting the weed vape, and you just start going deep, dude.
The big thing for being deep is you got to just get everybody to breeze past the first sentence and accept it as fact, even though it's absolutely not
Once
fact.
you started saying corporeal, incorporeal, I was like,
no, but the first thing I said is there's no theoretical end to cruelty, which I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
There's probably a cruelest.
You're saying end to cruelty, but you could have said I just made up a new word, end to cruelty, and I would have been oh, is that exit cruelty?
But there probably is a cruelest thing you could do to someone. That makes no sense that I would say that. But once I get you to breeze past that, then I'm in your brain. Yeah. I heard that they're trying to take away Andrew Tate's political power by getting him to brand himself as a libertarian.
Okay.
Which would mean... I heard this. I listened to a Muslim YouTuber that has 100 subscribers. He's a radical Muslim.
Does he accept Andrew Tate as a Muslim?
He's a radical Muslim YouTuber. He's the type of YouTuber that you would subscribe to
to end up on a list.
Among others, yeah. Yeah, if you were maybe going to think about doing something like that, which I'm not, but I'm interested in what people are watching.
Do you go subscribe?
Yeah, I do.
You don't click the button.
Well, he comes up in my shorts a lot. I think the FBI is actively trying to.
Oh yeah, once he's in your YouTube algorithm, you're on a list somewhere.
And here's the thing: is that the FBI is trying to radicalize me, and it's funny because they must go down I'm not they aren't actually, but they
is
must.
The algorithm feeding you similar content?
They must go down rabbit holes where they think a guy who's just doing open mic stand-up comedy is a terrorist.
Yeah. And
they try to radicalize him, and then after 4 months, this person's literally retarded, and they don't have any political view. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, this guy said that because Andrew Tate, if they can get him to be one of those guys that says, I don't give a fuck what you want to do. Basically, this guy's arguing that gays shouldn't be allowed to do. He's Ben Shapiro is actually for gay rights. He's just a few years behind what everybody else is right now, which is actually kind of true.
Okay.
Because in 2008, they didn't even want to allow him to get married.
Right.
So these people now, they're they can do whatever they want, just don't put it on television.
Oh, okay.
That's actually sort of they've pushed the Overton window of allowing gay people.
Who is the guy Bill Burr did a bit about, the NBA basketball owner?
Oh yeah.
He's just don't publicize.
Yeah, that was pretty liberal for him.
Right.
He was a hippie.
So Ben Shapiro,
you can kiss him, just don't take a picture of it.
Have sex with him, date him, go shopping with him, just don't post it on Instagram.
Yeah, so this person's assertion was that we should not allow... He's basically being we should just outlaw gay people.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a wild thing to see. Mm-hmm. Because you see a lot
Matt Walsh on Rogan was if gays can get married, the marriage means nothing. Why don't we just stop? Why don't we just end marriage then? He's why don't we just fucking flip the board over and stop even playing the game?
No, I mean, I feel like people are doing a pretty good job of that themselves.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean, though? It's just
are you getting radicalized by these videos coming out where the pride parades are trolling everybody now and say, we're coming for your children?
No.
No?
I'm getting de-radicalized by NBA 2K23.
Okay.
Which was offered as a monthly game on PlayStation Plus.
Monthly game?
Yeah, you pay $10 to get PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
And then every month they'll give you 2 or 3 games you can play for free.
For the month or for forever?
This one I believe is for the month. So once PlayStation takes this game away from me,
they give you a little taste.
Once PlayStation takes the game away from me, then who's to say what type of activities I'll get involved in then? But for now, it's keeping me.
It's pacifying you.
Yes, it's pacifying me. So this is a thinly veiled threat.
Yeah.
Against Sony Corp.
I've only watched one of these radical Muslim videos, but once I have all this free time on my hands.
How deep are we into the podcast? Can you check?
20 minutes, 19 minutes.
We're only 19 minutes in?
Yeah.
Oh.
Into part 2 of it. We did 10 minutes of unrecorded content, which I haven't done in a while, but I did pack this camera into my suitcase, so the buttons got messed up. So your microphone got turned all the way down to 0.
All right, well, I got some stuff for the Patreon.
Okay. This isn't the Patreon.
I know.
This is the free episode.
I know what it is.
Yeah. You want to come back tomorrow and do the Patreon? Or do you want to do the Patreon after this?
Maybe we can do it after this.
Okay.
I want to get Taco Bell.
Yeah.
You want to do a Taco Bell run, then do the Patreon?
Are you driving to Taco Bell?
Why don't you drive Taco Bell?
Because I'm in Ben's fucking V8 engined car, and I have no gas money. So I can bring you to the...
Are you working tomorrow? Hey, me and Jesse are co-workers.
We are co-workers. Thank you for the job. You're really looking out for me.
You're a good friend. Never said thank you.
I don't acknowledge
how
much you really do for me sometimes, but I do appreciate you.
I don't do that much for you. It's just that A, I don't do a lot for anybody.
Right.
And B, nobody does anything for you. So what I do for you does...
You and Ben do a lot for me, honestly.
But only like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you were just a person that people did things for,
it
wouldn't seem that out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Like I'm a person, like my girlfriend does things for me.
I'm pretty independent until my car breaks down and then...
No, I'm telling you, it's where we were born, dude. These people, they look through us.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I don't want to be Ben Affleck and Matt Damon about it, but like if we're going to do it, we have to be Matt Damon. They can be fucking Johnny Depp. We have to be Matt Damon.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No one's really betting on us.
Yeah, Johnny Depp
No one
stinks.
thinks we can do it.
Matt Damon is like fucking movie about Martian. He's going to Mars.
Yeah.
Like, I won a fucking Oscar, you fucking retard. Look it up!
Did Good Will Hunting win an Oscar?
I don't know. Let's look it up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got to do stuff, which is why I think I'm using my midnight slot of Vulcan to do late night with Paul Cyphers.
Okay.
I've been thinking about casting somebody else in that role. I said, you know what? I'm Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
I'm Conan O'Brien. I'm basically...
Only I may dance.
The only person that I'll give any credit to if it ever becomes a success, which I think it might, because I think it's the type of project that I have just the right amount of...
All praises due to Victor Martinez Jr., who's already doing a late night talk show in Austin.
No, all praises due to Sean Connolly. Because if you did the type of thing...
The Sort of Late Show.
If you did the...
Worcester, Massachusetts.
If you did the type of thing that Sean does in Worcester and Austin...
Beatniks.
And you got Austin to embrace
Ralph's Rock Diner.
If you got Austin to embrace it,
Knicks.
even the amount that Worcester has embraced Sean's show, which is like... It's mostly probably Sean's circle, but I've been to those shows and like... When he brings on like a person from a Worcester business, the Worcester business...
A local celebrity.
Like see it, like the fucking...
He booked my ex-girlfriend and she brought out a whole squad to hear her
exactly.
talk. Yeah.
And if you could do something like that in Austin and get that type of support but scaled up for what Austin is, which is basically Austin is like a big Worcester. It's just in love with itself even though it fucking sucks. And for some reason everybody that's here hates it but doesn't want to leave. It just is a big... It's like Worcester is the second biggest city in Massachusetts, but you wouldn't know it.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Austin's like the third or fourth biggest
That's
city
what I'm saying. It's the capital, but you wouldn't know it.
It is the capital, yeah.
Yeah. So, I just think the late night with Paul Cyphers, because you get, if I could get even just a member of Nether Hour, or the band, if they're on an off night. I mean, it's at Vulcan, so staff they're comfortable with. You have a lot of pull being at Vulcan, too, because people are just really familiar with what the experience is like performing there.
Yeah.
So, and then I think the midnight thing would be perfect because that's when the show airs.
You should make your desk the DJ booth that they have.
Dude,
and just have
do you want to double up behind it? Yeah. Late night with Jesse and Paul. We said we couldn't decide on. We didn't want to have a straight. We don't want to have a straight white male host, so we got two of them.
we need to push the DJ booth all the way to one side, and then I sit on a small chair next to your desk,
and have a giant cup of coffee. I don't know. What I'm thinking is maybe
you should get a huge globe.
I think maybe there could be something if we all banded together on it.
Yeah.
And worked on it the way Good Evening News is. I think the midnight slot's better. That's like when that show is on television. Yeah. So people come out. We get our friends to come out. and we just make it a fun time.
Make it a hang.
And you have a really good stand-up on everyone, because you'll have an interview after that. We just get a fucking killer of a showcase set comic. 10 minutes. We know some people that could crush in 10 minutes.
You gonna have a house band?
Well, there is the guy who bartends there plays drums for Hit List.
Yeah. Do they have
Jack?
house decks? CDJs?
What do you mean?
DJ?
Oh, I don't think
DJ
so.
No.
But the guy there, we could probably get a band thing together, and worst case, we could just get like Kiko.
Mm-hmm. Or who's the sound guy? Rylan?
Or you on a laptop. Or yeah, exactly, sound guy, but you coordinate with him.
I curate the playlist.
Yeah, and like however the bit, because sometimes the songs can almost be like bits.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it would be interesting, and I think we could write. We would kind of start off the way, you do the monologue up top,
Mm-hmm.
and then you do maybe one desk piece every week,
Mm-hmm.
every month, once a month, and
Yeah, you can do visual shit too. You got the projector.
yeah, one desk piece, one monologue, one musician.
Mm-hmm.
The musician, if you put the musician in an interview and you put the comic on an interview, and then you just have one seat open for a third, like non-performer.
There's like 20, 30 minutes of the show right there.
That's a ton of the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's almost too long already.
Right.
And then you have a third non-performer guest that you can sandwich in between, maybe like a comedy set up top. The musician ends the show, so they can just play like 3-song set.
I wish we could get real technical. I wish we had the equipment to do some live man on the street, live from 6th Street outside the building.
Oh, and yeah, we could play that stuff as people are coming in.
Yeah.
I like that the Game Bang show that they do there. They play stuff. They play Jackass while people are coming into the show.
Oh, really?
Which is kind of like a Vinny Brand Stress Factory move to just play funny.
Play funnier stuff.
But like honestly, at midnight, it's like, yeah, I like this.
Hey, just put on Tribe TV while everyone's coming in.
Yeah.
Just play TikToks.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then every time I have someone in town, if I know anybody like Sham, like that's such a premiere. Even if there's only 20, 30 people there, you are the comedian on the show.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you feel like I didn't just do a show. My friend like had me on his show.
Mm.
Then there's a podcast element. And here's the thing, dude. We might have to, if you really want to make it, which I'm not going to make it. I'm going to be really talented, but I'm not going to make it. But if you really want to make it, you have to make like a Kill Tony thing. Like you need to start doing this live at midnight at Vulcan and getting your Legion of Skanks groove on. Like you have to do it yourself, because like it's very clear that I don't know if like I think some people book like women for one reason or another. Some people book. We seem to fall through the cracks even if we do well.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like we just need to kind of, you got to do something yourself.
You know what we are? And I talk about this all the time. Funny, but who cares? You got to make people care about Paul Cyphers.
Yeah, but here's the thing too. It's like Charles Adams, like that's another guy where it's like he should have his own audience.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to find people like that. If we do like Late Night with Paul Cyphers, or you do Lonely Man's Live, you should do Lonely Man's
First guest,
Charles Adams.
Jr.
If you do Lonely,
he'll come in hammered. It'll be midnight.
Yeah, if you do, he'll bring a fucking girl on stage with him.
Yeah, he'll meet a girl in the audience.
If you do Lonely Man's Live, I think you should start doing Lonely Man's Live as a new podcast, rebranding.
Okay.
Lonely Man's Live.
Yeah.
Episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have you and Ben.
This is Lonely Man's Raw. I don't know if you're a part of that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I don't do anything to the green screen. I do no editing.
This is the LMU.
Yeah.
And I think you have you and Ben. I think you get a killer guest, and not just a guest, but someone who can take reins when needed.
Like a Kyle Dowdy.
A Liz Splatt. A Kyle Dowdy. Yeah. A Casey.
A Casey Rocket.
And then I think you only have those guests on, and I think you have me at Vulcan.
Jimmy.
You have me at Vulcan, third chair, computer, Brian Redband it.
Soundboarding?
Yes.
Okay.
But my version, whatever, maybe it's not going to be as much soundboard. Maybe it'll be more like what the Legion of Skanks do.
Yeah.
But I think you get some type of Lonely Man's Live thing cooking. You get the live audience. You get people, because we can make a fun show that people want to come back to. And we can open it up with stand-up. Like if we get a big enough audience, we're doing it 10:30 on Tuesday instead of midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Then you open it up with all of us doing stand-up. And then you do the show afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta go out and do something. these places are not going to give us it. Once you have something,
Right.
all of a sudden everyone's going to be like, hey, I want to help you make this happen.
Yeah.
So
how can I be involved with this? Yeah.
But you got to get it on that Vulcan stage. The Vulcan stage, it looks nice, dude. I think, and dude, we're such big fans of Legion of Skanks, even if it's not Lonely Man's Live, which I actually like the name of.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're ready to try to take the jump into let's make a fucking podcast that people listen to. They come to in Austin. I think we could do a Legion of Skanks.
Oh, actually try at podcasting?
But dude, it's not even trying. It's like put us in front of a crowd now. Ben is way better in front of a crowd.
Right.
Ben accelerates. I am getting to the point where if I'm sort of the Louis J, I can be an antagonizer of a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just think we have enough talented people. There's certain people who really rise to like Mike Eaton is a guy that can really rise to the occasion on a podcast. Like if he just realizes that it sucks, he just makes it good. So yeah, I don't know. I think the live element would
we
be
had
good.
him on when it was just Holly and me, and we were waiting for Ben the whole time, and he made it great. He's got stories.
And
for
at
days.
Vulcan, we have the projector. We can do Legion of Skanks type shit, but we got to do our own version. We can't just like be
Right.
But that would be like a key influence just in the fact that it's like, hey, I have this for you guys. And me and you discussed it a little bit prior. Mm-hmm. A game or something like that.
We have notes.
Yeah. Show notes, a game.
Mm-hmm.
Kumia. Fuck it. We got to do it.
Oh, yeah. You met Anthony Cumia recently.
I met him and I said, your show changed my life. And he said, changed mine too. And I was like, fuck. It did. It didn't change my fucking life. It ruined my life.
Oh, that's great. Changed mine too.
Yeah, he's probably gets told.
What's the Facebook banner that you put on top of your photo with him?
I got my booster. Did you or something like that?
It's a vaccination.
Yeah, my girlfriend was kind of like mad, and I was like, nobody knows who he is.
Is it your profile picture on everything?
Yeah, but like nobody knows. Anybody who would actually be mad about
That's a if you know thing. He got canceled 9 years ago.
Yeah, and it's just like a funny.
He got canceled from satellite radio 9 years ago.
I totally stole my opinion on him because I didn't really listen to Opie Anthony until I listened to Come Down predating that.
Most of the people that will recognize his face are probably fans.
I'm like a post, but that's the thing is what I'm trying to say is like I'm like a post. Like my introduction to Opie Anthony was Come Town.
Okay.
Where they were like, I remember a really funny episode where they said they were on Skanks with Kumia and they were excited because they just think Anthony Kumia is the funniest guy ever. But they just started talking about politics like 10 minutes into it. And Kumia just like was ranting. And they were just like, fuck.
They wanted him to do Andrew Dice Clay or something.
Yeah, we just wanted to be funny with him. And so that is and then I listened to old episodes and I totally got that sense of Kumia where I was like, he is possibly one of the funniest to me, my sense of like humor is totally derived from stand-up comedy now, where like stand-up comedians are always gonna be the funniest people in the world to me. Yeah, he's like one of the only people that has like punctured that to be like, this guy's not a stand-up comedian, but some of the shit that he was doing on the show back then, is like so unbelievably funny. I'm
such a like Stern fan.
Yeah, that
I take a lot of elements from him too,
and that's similar. Stern could have been a stand-up comic. He had just the ability to talk in a way that, you know what I mean? He would have figured it out. When I was listening to a lot of Stern, I got better at like having drunk conversations with people. I would just start like interviewing them. Yes, yeah. Robin was the best, dude. Robin really like... She sits back. She'll snipe in sometimes.1she'll ask a good question But sometimes. You need her there. She like... And I don't want this to come off because I know how the radio... like Stern won't do the show without her. I know the radio lingo is like... She invented this position. Radio hole. But like she is so much more than that. Like she's not that at all, yeah. Yeah. She's such an incredible like the radio hole is she takes in so much of the humor, but then she does that Stavros thing where she'll like give it some morality and be like, no, you can't go like you know what I mean? Yeah. That's what a lot she'll egg shit on sometimes too. Oh, she does, but she can do it without seeming like shit because she's such a sweet lady. Right. You don't see it coming. Go listen to Howard Stern if you're listening to this. I mean, they scrub a lot of it from YouTube, which sucks because in like 2012, 13, they didn't scrub a lot of it off of YouTube yet. So I got a real like education on that show. Do you think we'll ever reach a golden era of Stern that we'll be able to access that stuff like? Dude, I don't know. He's the one scrubbing it. Yeah. He doesn't want to get canceled.
No, it's just they want you to buy a serious subscription, but they don't give you access to the full back catalog.
Yeah, because there's a lot of shit
there's a lot of shit he probably doesn't want out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit that's been pretty much forgotten other than like mythologized.
When they do this Sternthology and play old clips, they're like highly edited.
Yes.
Yeah. And there are a lot of things that they won't replay.
You've read Private Parts?
Have I read it? No.
Dude, let's go to okay. I'm going to be here until February.
Okay.
Here's what I want to do with my life. I want to go to the used bookstore. You should get Private Parts. I read it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I think maybe the first boner I ever got was reading the book Private Parts.
Really?
Yeah, I was like 7.
It gets erotic?
Yeah, well, they were talking about how this is probably fucked up. I was turned on by this chapter. This guy was listening to some of the lesbian stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then he had to pull over his car and jerk off to a lesbian story.
Yeah.
Something about that made me aroused.
Yeah, because people didn't have internet porn yet.
But anyway,
People took in pornography and like eroticism in a way different way.
yeah, the book is really good. But anyway, used bookstores
Mhm.
together, reading.
Okay. Remember we were going to start a reading podcast and we were going to read women's self-help books?
It was a good idea.
It was a decent idea.
We could bring it back.
I finished that woman's whole book, but it was just about like making lists and stuff like a lot of those books are.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Can't remember
Used
what it was called.
bookstore. I want to go swimming in the morn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cold plunge.
You come to my house. I come to your house. Early in the morn.
Yeah, we haven't hit our pools yet.
But I say early.
Mm-hmm.
Lap swimming.
Okay.
Building up those deltoids.
Do you know how to swim?
I know how to swim.
Can you teach me how to swim?
Yeah.
All right.
Get those deltoids.
Yeah, I need to work on my stroke.
Deltoids. And then book, swim, fucking some Patreon shit that I gotta talk to you about.
Okay. Patreon.com/LonelyMans.
And then I don't know, who gives a fuck? Let's just like have fun. Eat tacos.
Take diet out of it. We always throw diet into these things.
Well,
Remove that.
I've been doing pretty good with mine.
I got to get on the broke boy diet.
I've been eating a lot of shitty food, but I haven't been eating a lot.
Discounted 6th Street pizza.
No, you know what I do now is I sit in bed and play video games until about 2 or 3 p.m. before I even think about eating.
Yeah.
Which it seems counterintuitive,
Mm-hmm.
but it kind of works for my lifestyle.
Mm.
Because if I get out of bed and try to do all types of shit by like 10, 11, I'm like, yo, I need a feast.
Right.
But if I start smoking weed, I don't even get out of bed. I don't even get out of bed to pee until 12:30 in the afternoon. Then I don't even eat.
Just strangling your bladder.
Yeah.
Just trying not to piss.
Yeah.
Do you have to piss or are you so dehydrated from the night before?
I drink all seltzer now. I don't
Bubbly
drink,
water.
I don't drink any water that's not bubbled.
Carbonated water.
So I don't know what that's doing.
Andrew Tate says flat water is for poor people. I do mumble a lot. Flat water is for poor people.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go back to flat water then. Andrew Tate's kind of a fucking...
Do you have a soda stream or are you paying a premium for this can?
I got a soda stream.
Nice.
My girlfriend bought me one for Christmas.
Yeah.
Or my birthday? Christmas.
Throw some water in the Brita.
She didn't get shit from me for my birthday.
Really?
Well, I told her not to.
And she obeyed?
She got stuff. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I've owed her like several $100s for like a year. So I was just like, please don't get me anything.
She take you out to dinner?
No, she did great.
Did she say, hey, can you just wipe my debt? You know, be a
No,
great
it was
gift?
great. I have no complaints. I was saying it as a bit. She still got me something.
Yeah. Of course.
But it's going to be nice when I don't have debts and I'm like, I have money and I'm successful.
Mm-hmm.
Which is definitely going to happen.
Right.
Well,
That's what I'm banking on. I've flipped myself upside down financially, but I know
here's the thing.
coming down the
It
pipeline.
either happens or you kill yourself. And then,
Right.
then it doesn't really matter. So,
As straight white guys, you always have that option, and no one will give a fuck.
yeah. My parents would breathe a sigh of relief if I killed myself.
You gonna wait till your parents die to kill yourself? My mom's gonna live fucking forever. I got like another 40 years.
I don't know,
With her.
but I will tell you, and I hope, and I sort of expect them not. I think they're going to be around a while.
Mm-hmm. The women in my mom's family don't die.
Despite their diets, it's just, I don't know.
My great grandmother was 100. My current grandmother is 90 years old. My mom's almost 70.
I will say that I probably will go out and buy a motorcycle. Like if I have any amount of money and I'm living comfortably.
I wish I had done that already.
No, like
I wish I had that e-bike on me right now.
If both my parents pass on, I'll go out and buy a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I just can't buy one with them alive. Because if you paralyze yourself on a motorcycle while your parents are alive, you're just like such a piece of shit.
Your parents have to change your bedpan, your diapers.
Yeah, just get in the call. Maybe they're so old that they can't even do that.
Right.
Just let them go.
Who would they pawn you off to?
Instead, you're like that's for a man with no attachment.
Alyssa would stick by you if you were paralyzed.
No, she won't.
She'd ear beat you with some "I told you so."
She's too smart. She's too smart to
Paul,
stick
I told
by
you not to get that death trap.
She's too smart to stick by me.
Why didn't you get an American motorcycle like I told you to?
Based on the... She probably listen to this. Based on the amount of time we spend together, she'd probably be on the back of it when I crash. So
yeah.
I'm not too worried about it.
Dude, I saw a guy. I think it was the first time having the girl in the back of the bike the other day. I kept my distance from that dude. He was all over the road.
That is funny.
Yeah.
The idea of the first time you have a girl in the back of the bike.
You just got the bike, yeah, and she's like, I want to go for a ride. And like, she doesn't know how to balance. He doesn't. They're leaning different ways and shit.
Dude, Jack and I think they're dating. The girl with the motorcycle and the guy with the motorcycle at our work. They seem cute together.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she's like really short.
Haven't they been dating?
I think they've been dating, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
That is cool.
They show up on 2 cycles.
2 separate motorcycles.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And they're fucking cool as hell. They're both cool as hell.
There's a girl.
They're both cool people where it's like, why the fuck aren't I a
Does she work at the mothership also?
Maybe.
I think she does.
Really?
And then there's another like biker chick that works on Jeeps and shit that works at the mothership who looks like she could beat everybody's ass.
Who dates Matt Bellack?
Really?
One of those, and I think she's a smoke
The one
show.
I'm thinking of?
I'm not trying to... Respectful.
The one that looks like Whitney Cummings?
Respectfully, yeah. One of the girls over there who's a smoke show, I believe is dating Maddie Bellack.
Fuck yeah.
And I believe if you bring it up to Bellack about that she's a smoke show, she'd be like, yeah, I was just a smoke show. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just like a very Maddie.
What am I going to do?
Yeah, Maddie really...
We should get Matt Bellack on the podcast.
I fuck with that guy heavy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, dude. You might want to...
Start booking people that are
and just maybe like a rebrand, a branch off, a spin off. Try to capitalize on this new Austin culture.
Yeah. That's what we were doing. Anytime someone would have some like get some heat, we'd be like, "Hey, we want to do the LonelyMans podcast."
Keep LonelyMans around, but maybe I don't know. Maybe make another YouTube channel and just try something.
Yeah, just rebrand completely.
Yeah, maybe something that's really different than this type of pod. And then
I had some idea to do a daily podcast, but I was like, "Who wants that?"
Here's the beautiful thing about if you do a totally different idea is that eventually they'll meld. Like I'm writing 2 very different acts right now.
Mm-hmm.
I know eventually it won't be a clean act and a dirty act. It'll just be an interwoven vanilla chocolate swirl of dirty and clean.
Mm.
So if you went off and did a whole new thing where it was like more out in the wild, live, Jesse Burlingame live, maybe put yourself front and center, then eventually this might come full loop and the LonelyMans brand might come back into it. So I think you fire off. I think that's what you should do.
I might be able to webcam with this camera. I have no idea what the capabilities of it
I
are.
think having Vulcan, it's a beautiful stage. It was the stage that Kill Tony was on for years.
Right.
You're a Kill Tony superfan.
I think Matt Rife shot a special there.
You should do a live. You should mastermind a live pod there.
Okay.
And if we wanted to work together, my idea was to do Late Night with Paul Cyphers, but I could, if there was enough interest in really hitting our heads together and making a good product, I could be totally to make our own. Like Legion of Skanks also is, I think, a more interesting and up our angle type of alley.
Jesse Burlingame live from the Vulcan
in Austin
once a month.
Well, in Austin, Legion of Skanks.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I saw a guy wearing a skank shirt on the street the other day, and I said core values to him, and then it took him a couple steps to be like, "Oh yeah, core values."
Think about that midnight Vulcan.
Mm-hmm.
Someone texts us and say, "Hey, are you you guys do that podcast, right?
Right.
You've been doing it the last few months."
Right.
You say, "Yeah, come through."
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, who comes through? Hans Kim, Andre Ricks, Lucas McCrary. They're looking to party on midnight. Yeah. Riff to a crowd of 20, 30 people, all recorded.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, if Irish O'Neill could do it, then any of us can. You know what I mean?
I mean, anyone can do a live podcast.
They're
Do we broadcast it live? Get the chat involved?
I think eventually, definitely.
Yeah.
I think we want to go Web 2.0 with this whole endeavor. Initially, I think we try to get one.
Why don't we go VR? We all wear headsets on stage.
I think if you did this, you want the first couple, like let's say 3 or 4, just try to streamline the filming to posting as much as possible. I think a premium should be put on how can we get a quality product without having me sit in front of a computer for 9 hours to edit them.
Give me your gaming computer because you said you want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then I need more computing power for editing and such.
Okay.
What does it need to be fixed?
I don't know.
Okay. So
Probably not.
I have to take it to Hunter Biden's guy now. Pull all your CP out of it.
Okay. Well, that's what I think right now. Working title: Lonely Man's Live.
Yeah.
And honestly, I kind of like it. I can see the logo in my head already.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it because it's a spin-off of this. We can use this channel.
LML. Maybe one of the L's is backwards.
I'm seeing like a blue Lonely Man's and like a gold like live. You know what I mean?
With a neon live.
And you just do the Kill Tony thing. It's the #1 live podcast.
Yeah.
It's filmed live.
Just copy Kill Tony.
I'm just saying that's a funny thing for them to say that it's filmed live. It's like it is filmed live.
It is filmed live in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, we take a sprinkle of what we like from Legion of Skanks. We got to start having some brain blasts together if we really want to. If you
Is that code for taking Adderall?
No.
Okay.
Just like if we really want to pursue an idea, we should try to like really get a wrangle on what is it going to be unique.
Storyboard it.
What's unique to us?
Yeah.
I think Legion of Skanks is like a 30% part of the mixture.
Mm-hmm.
That's to me is like the meld for what we could do at Vulcan.
That's just live riffing on stories and videos.
Yeah, but we're such big fans of that show. Like you got me into that show so much.
Mm-hmm.
And that show to me is the ultimate raw. It's the funniest show.
Mm-hmm.
It's the funniest show.
That's my favorite live podcast.
Yeah. So I think
I came home today and I was like, what am I going to do? And I was like, oh my God, Legion of Skanks was last night. Yeah. I haven't watched it yet. I was so excited to watch Legion of Skanks.
So cool. So I think we can borrow from that.
Give people that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We're making progress.
Enjoy this podcast while it lasts, everybody. It's on its way out.
Yeah. So this shit's.
I mean, we were talking about earlier about things that people tell themselves to make them feel better. Like, well, this guy never got this opportunity and he's famous, and this guy failed this and he's famous. And what was the one I was just? Oh yeah, Are You Garbage? One of the most successful Patreon podcasts. That was their like 3rd or 4th podcast together.
Yeah.
They just kept trying new formats and new ideas.
Yeah.
One of them stuck.
Well, there we go.
We're working on our ticket out of this fucking place, dude.
I gotta take a fucking piss.
All right. I've held you long enough. We did 11 minutes of unrecorded podcasts.
And I'm gonna be here plenty.
Yeah. Maybe I'll put that 11 minutes up on Patreon.
And I'm living authentically now.
You are. Yeah. You're letting your freak flag
Which
fly.
doesn't mean it's better.
Mm-mm.
It means it's worse most of the time.
Yeah. No, when you pretend to be somebody else, you succeed way more.
I know, but it's tiring.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Sorry this podcast is like 3 weeks late and it's shorter than usual. But we're going through some things over here.
I'm fine. I'm loving my life.
You're good?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And I love... That's pretty much it, actually.
That's all you need.
I love my girlfriend, but that's all you need.
Love is all you need.
Love is all you need.